What's going on? What's going on? Awesome fight tonight. Two thumbs up. Let me get it on camera. Two thumbs up. God damn it. That was an awesome fight tonight. What did we learn about this fight tonight? Besides the fact that Canelo Alvarez can display better defense than I even thought. Because, like, even against Shane Mosley, he just kept this up. And, he did this little bob and weave. And no jab, no jab. Oh, excuse me. I've been drinking. No jab. Damn. No jab Mosley. Pop shot him right in his face with a good stiff jab. Bap, bap, bap. And Mosley's not known for his jab. So this fight comes around. He's in a fight with Austin Trout, who has a good stiff jab. That right hand jab because he's left handed. That good right hand jab. And we find out something really quick in the fight. What we find out in this fight is that Austin Trout will pity pat. I said he needed to maintain distance and keep his stiff jab. A stiff jab in Canelo's face. A stiff jab in Canelo's face. Not no pity pat. Not no rangefinder. But a stiff jab in Canelo's face. And what happened? He didn't maintain a stiff jab in Canelo's face. He didn't maintain it. Another thing he didn't maintain that I said he needed to do, he had to do something to show Canelo Alvarez that he has power. And he didn't throw that left hand significantly enough in the fight to show Canelo Alvarez he had power. Like he did that amateur boxing pity pat, land to land punches, but this is not amateur boxing. I'm sorry. And if people don't understand what I'm talking about, let me break it down to you. I actually referee amateur boxing fights. Scoring in amateurs is completely different than scoring in professional fighting. In amateurs, points count. I'll put it that way. When you land on the knuckles, that's a point. When you land on the knuckles, that's a point. Not that almost backhand crap, that pity pat, damn near on the wrist, that slap boxing, that what was the name? Juan Diaz was known for that slap boxing. That's not scoring punches in the amateurs. Amateurs, you see a lot of in amateur boxing, they have the white on the knuckle of the glove. That's scoring. You land the white, that's scoring. A lot of the stuff that Austin Trout was doing was pity pat. And professional boxing, compared to the amateurs, it's who hurt who and around, basically. Who would you rather not be? You hear the commentators of the fight say this. Who would you rather not be in a fight? Who would you rather not be? So, basically put, you could pity pat me to death. But if I rattle your bones with the right hand, or in Austin Trout case, a left hand, that's more telling than 5 pity pat blows. Truthfully. That is truth. And what we find out in this fight is that by the 5th round, and you can go back and look if you want to, by the 5th round, Canelo Alvarez realized that even when Austin Trout threw his left hand, he couldn't hurt him. So if you look back at it, not like, don't get me wrong, Canelo Alvarez did not do what I expected him to do. I expected him to invest in the body. He did some body work. I'm not going to take it to him. I'm not going to take that away from him, but I thought he would invest in the body and then kill the head. But I think he realized by the 5th round, and you can see it, go back, replay it if you have to, by the 5th round that Austin Trout, even when he threw his left hand, it didn't hurt him. So Canelo Alvarez tended to take more risks. Do this bob and weave, try to lure lure Austin Trout in so he could give him a two-piece. Any way you want to put it. Uppercut, straight right hand, or just range-finding jab, straight right hand, or whatever have you. That's what the case was. And from the 5th round on, he toyed with Austin Trout. It was masterful and sad at the same time. The sad part was that it was in Texas, and yes, a couple of the judges had the fight kind of scored crazy, but you expect that from Texas. I still had Canelo Alvarez winning, but at the same time, I don't want my fighter to know after the 4th round what the rounds is. I don't want my fighter to know after the 8th round what the rounds is, because I think since Canelo knew he was winning, he kind of took off. He went to showboating. He went to showing his defensive ability, because he was like, I'm winning this fight, and every time I hit this dude, I hurt him, because he realized in the 5th round, Austin Trout couldn't hurt him. By the 7th round, he dropped that right hand into that grill. Austin Trout went down. It was a wrap. I wish it was in Vegas. Not saying that the outcome would have been different, but I think Canelo would have been more engaged in the fight, not knowing what the rounds were scored. That's just me. But shouts out for Canelo Alvarez for handling his business. But on to the next one. Let's talk about something more compelling than that. Let's talk about the fact that both of these fighters who fight at the junior middleweight weight limit at 154 pounds, both rehydrated to 170 some odd pounds. 20 fucking pounds over the freaking weight limit. Wow. That tells me a lot, dude. When I'm 170 pounds, and I already said Canelo was a big junior middleweight. I already said that. And I thought his power would be significant in the fight because he was a big junior middleweight. Not 20 pounds over not damn near 20 pounds over the weight limit, but a big junior middleweight. When he steps into the ring, and Austin Trout came in maybe a pound difference from what Canelo weighed, and Austin Trout cannot hurt him, and Canelo Alvarez was not scared, and Canelo Alvarez hurt Austin Trout. That told me one thing. If you want to talk Canelo Alvarez versus Floyd Mayweather Jr., hang that shit up. It ain't happening. Period. It's not happening. It will never happen. Floyd Mayweather Jr. will never get in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. Period. It ain't happening. Floyd Mayweather, at his most, will come into a fight. And you can see this from him fighting Miguel Cotto at 151 pounds. 151 pounds. You put him in a ring with a guy who weighs 20 pounds heavier than him. And I'm not talking Carlos Baldomir. I'm talking Canelo Alvarez. And somebody that comes in at the same weight at 171 pounds cannot hurt Canelo. I don't care how good your defense is. Canelo will not be scared of Floyd Mayweather. Canelo will not be scared of Floyd Mayweather. That is too much of a risk, I'll put it that way, for Floyd Mayweather to ever take. So, the media might talk about it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The fight will never happen. Mayweather is smart enough to know that although I think his fanfare has faded since, his fanfare has faded since, since Manny Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez, and like I said, that blow Marquez landed on Manny Pacquiao to knock him out, hurt both Manny Pacquiao's clout and Floyd Mayweather's clout. Because let's be honest, Pacquiao fans said it the best. The last Mayweather fight sold a lot because of the whole total fight card. This whole total fight card that he has going on is not going to sell what his last fight card sold. And with Pacquiao being out of the picture, it's probably going to even sell less. So, to think he'll be willing to risk his O against somebody that could possibly come into a fight 20 pounds heavier than him, that he cannot hurt, is retarded. Simply put, it's freaking retarded. So, if you ever want to see Mayweather versus Canelo, it will never happen. Ever. Ever. On top of that, I don't care what the ticket prices were for the Alamo Dome. Canelo Alvarez packed that stadium. Packed that stadium. I went on record before saying that Canelo did not need Floyd Mayweather, and I must say it again. He do not need Floyd Mayweather. As long as he starts clearing out the junior middleweight division, and he has Oscar De La Hoya backing him, the whole country of Mexico backing him, the whole Spanish, Mexican American community backing him, he is destined to be what Oscar De La Hoya was. Simply put. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. And now that he basically did what he did to Austin Trout, you have to start respecting him. like I said, he was a robot in the fight. He proved to be more than just a robot in the fight. The thinking man fighter still could not deal with Canelo Alvarez because Canelo Alvarez has that pop that is the great equalizer. It is what it is. But I'm going to cut it off right here because I'm starting to ramble because I'm drunk. Been drinking since like 3 o'clock. When I watched my Boston Celtics lose to the Knicks, it was very heartbreaking, but I've been drinking since then. It's all good though. But let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna get out of here. Until the next one. Doses.